What is going on, everyone? Samurai Solo and I am back with Vampyr. So last episode, the game ended up actually crashing as we did our upgrades. Fortunately, nothing got messed up. Everything's fine. It's saved where it left off. We have all our upgrades and everything. And before we continue on, just want to see who's sick now. As you know, we rested. So now Peepa Hawkins has a cold, and a headache. So cold headache for Pembroke here. Whitechapel. Oh, a lot of people here. Fatigue, 2 fatigue, 3 fatigue. Migraine. So yeah, I see more people are, not doing great now. So there's 1, 2, 3. Let's go to make 3 fatigues right now if we have enough. I think I might have done that off camera when I reloaded the game to make sure that I didn't lose anything when the game crashed, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I made 3 fatigues already. I saw anemia. Let me see one more time who has what. Okay. We'll make something for a cold. 2 colds, and a headache. Let's see if we can do that. We already have one up. I don't have enough to make a second one, so that's not happening. And we have the headache stuff here. I already made that apparently too. Okay, so let me check one more time we know fatigue, and then anemia, neuralgia, migraine. Let's see. We do have enough. There's anemia. Migraine. I don't have, oh yeah, there's neuralgia. We do have it. Man, look how much that cost to cure. That is insane. Same for that. 8 of 19. So like these are like not as bad, I guess, as much. But then it gets more later. Okay, well let's go ahead and do it. I don't have enough now to make that. We'll have to save up for that one. Okay. Alright, let's go ahead and speak to Swansea here. I'm actually going to go ahead and also take off this extra little, not that one. Oh yeah, I still need to decide about this one. I haven't decided yet, so let's hold off on that one for now too. I'm going to go ahead and untrack this. Let's just go back to the cemetery and get her to come out. We can do that later when we're around there. Oh, I hear yelling.
God protect us. You've got a leech in the hospital.
Yes, my hospital. My mission is to heal while you go about warring.
You've set the table for a snake. I wonder why there's venom in your food.
I'm growing tired of your song. You're a woodsman, McCullum, not a doctor. Return to your hunt.
Remember, I've a good nose for machinations. I can flare the scent at a mile. You can't hide from the god.
Leave him, Jonathan. This is sacred ground. Neutral territory. And I just had the carpet cleaned. By the sacred stone, this is very bad news. Bad news indeed.
See if there's anything else new in here. Doesn't look like it. Okay.
What happened?
The hospital has been attacked. We have injured patients, at least one dead and several missing. This has spiraled out of control. Even the most infirm are asking to be allowed to return home.
We cannot have the people lose faith in this institution. This hospital is their only hope.
Of course, you're right. But we cannot afford a public scandal. It would ruin us. We must restore order, and quickly.
You mentioned a dead patient. Who is he?
She, Jonathan. She was Miss Harriet Jones. I found her room like a slaughterhouse. Blood everywhere. The duty nurse is taking care of the mess.
Very well. I'll help you.
I know this place means something to you. I have noticed how you suppress your appetite when around the staff and patients.
You need to know you can trust me, Edgar.
I do, dear fellow, I do.
Please then, tell me.
Sean Hampton, the man we thought we'd saved at the docks. It seems he was infected after all.
So Hampton became more beast than man.
Exactly. And now Guard of Prewen suspects the hospital of vampire activity. Do you realize what that could mean for us?
They will not attack. I'll protect you all. They are not far wrong.
Rest assured, I will protect you and your staff.
McCullum is a fanatic. The Guard will stop at nothing. You don't know what they're capable of, Jonathan.
Very well. Since I brought Mr. Hampton here, I will put an end to this.
I interrupted an argument in Edgar Swansea's office, and after I came back from my sister's funeral. A man was there, Jeffrey McCollum, leader of the Guard of Prewen. He presently suspects the Pembroke Hospital of vampire activities. He immediately recognized me for what I truly am, a vampire, but he was not here for me. Sean Hampton, the man I saved from William Bishop's appetite, has turned into a skull and escaped the hospital after killing another patient. As the current administrator, Dr. Swansea fears for the sanctity of his hospital. Since I was the one who let the murderer Sean Hampton enter the hospital, I will retrieve him and restore the Pembroke's reputation. I must act quickly if I want to protect any mortal who may cross Sean Hampton's path to the East End docks. Alright. Well, find Sean Hampton.
Sean Hampton lives and breathes for the well-being of his flock. There's no other place he would go but the docks.
Alright, let's see how far that is from us here. Docks. So it looks like if we're here, we need to make our way right here. We got a little ways to go. Let's hope it... Whoa, I hate when it wigs out when you first come out of the map screen sometimes. Anyone stick around here? I'm not going to go look for him right this second, but... Did that make something for the headache?
It seems the Prewen are redoubling their patrols in the district. I must be more careful.
Fear no evil. We can.
Alright, we took care of business there quickly. Oh. Get some health back. Alright, that worked well. Pick up the goodies they dropped. Oh, I hear noise, coughing or something. Are we on the right path? Yeah. There it is, wigging out again. This way we need to go? I don't think so. See if we can get this big guy first out. We're gonna get spotted. Have some fun. Oh. Oh. I wanted to hit him with my claws. He got me. Man, we are killing it. See if they dropped anything good, any of them. Some stuff's got to be. Yep. Need everything I can get. One weird thing is I have not come across any other guns besides just the regular handgun we came with. I haven't even bothered using guns once, I don't think, so far. Actually, I think I used them one time. I might have overlooked them too, though, you know. Dude, this is a game where you want to kind of search around a little bit. Alright. See a blood stain there. Oh, is this where that's where we fought that, the boss, that one guy that was giving me trouble that one time. This was the same spot. I just realized that. How many? See one. Oh, I was going to try to get some blood back. He died. Oh, yeah, that L2 works pretty good because I can leap right to them from even if they're above me. That's good to know. I might upgrade that attack a little bit. Although I mean, it doesn't do a ton of damage, 20 shadow damage unless you upgrade it, but I do like it kind of, you know, once you lock onto him, it has a pretty good range. Oh wow, screw and grease 10? It's a lot. That's why we gotta look around a little bit. Make sure we're not overlooking anything. Although I know I am. Is this gonna be locked? Oh no, it's not. Oh, I hear someone. Oh, who's this?
Good evening, sir.
Who the fuck are you? Don't you see I'm busy here?
Dr. Jonathan Reed, that's who I am. And who are you?
Ah, some fancy gentleman we've got here. Clear off. We don't want strangers on our streets.
So you won't tell me your name, then?
The name is Booth Digby. Maybe I'll ask my boys to break one or two of your bones, just so you remember it.
Oh, this guy is a real charmer, isn't he?
Are you some kind of vigilante patrolling these streets at night?
Something like that, but the police aren't in charge here. We are, see?
Is he the Wet Boot Boys?
So, tell me about your gang, then.
What? Have you got a death wish? You really want me to answer that?
Well, yes. You seem so proud of your status. Why not tell me who you're working for?
Oi! I'm the boss, all right?
Yep.
The Wet Boot Boys work for me. All of them. Situation round here is better than other districts because of us. Because of me.
So you're a concerned criminal, is that it?
Using funny jokes about me and my boys, are you? Fuck. You must have some balls.
I saw many men like you during the war, Mr. Digby. Greedy little cockroaches who feed on despair.
I could kill you for saying that. But, nah. You've been a soldier. I can respect that.
What can you tell me about this part of town?
Things ain't that bad, thanks to us. We give people what they need, and we control this borough.
Well, you're not doing a very good job. People are still dying here like everywhere else.
Yeah, well, we can't be everywhere all the time. And Edwina says if we can find more guns, we could be more efficient.
More efficient? Really? You should probably tell Edwina that guns are useless against diseases and infections.
Incredible. You know what? You're lucky she can't hear you right now. She's more smart than patient. My sweet queen of the docks.
Okay, so Booth may be in love with Edwina Cox, but she is the true leader of the gang. And then we have a hint for her. Same thing. Okay. So there's nothing else to... Yeah, we need hints. Nothing to say there. Alright, let's ask him.
Do you know where I can find Sean Hampton? I need to talk to him.
The sad saint. Why on earth do you want to talk to him?
He was one of my patients at the Pembroke Hospital.
Oh, yeah. I heard the poor bastard had been abducted by some cat. You better ask Tom Watts. He knows Sean Hampton well.
Tom Watts. Name's... Is he the... He's the bartender, I think.
Goodbye, Mr.
I remember Tom Watts. I said we know over there. So... Any items? Nah. Alright, let's go speak to Edwina, see what she has to say.
Perhaps we should have listened to what the idiot had to say.
Been a while since we've seen any new faces round here.
Good evening, miss. I am Dr. Reed. May I ask you a few questions?
Who are you? What do you want?
As I just told you, I'm a doctor. From the Pembroke Hospital, actually.
The Pembroke Hospital, you say? I ain't paying any bill left by Clay.
I'm not here to collect payment, miss.
Miss Edwina Cox. So what do you want then? Fancy buying something from me, maybe?
What can you tell me about your work?
I'm a businesswoman. I buy and sell things, and I send my wet boot boys after anyone who don't play nice with me.
Gang member and shopkeeper. Can't be easy running double shifts.
If you're interested, I may find use of a doctor who can freely walk across the city, you know.
You're quite blunt, aren't you?
I like people who know what they want and say what they think. This is a time of great opportunity for those ready to embrace their destiny.
I'm not interested in a career in the criminal underworld, Miss Cox.
Fair enough. Stay away from us then, if you don't want to get hurt or worse.
Since my return from the war, I don't feel that concerned by threats, knives, or even bullets, if you must know.
That's exactly what that stupid trade unionist claimed after he attacked one of us. Booth and I reminded him a bullet beats words every time.
So Booth and Edwina Cox have recently killed a man in retaliation. Probably gonna say the same thing. Yeah.
What can you tell me about this part of town?
You can't trust anyone around here. As soon as you lower your guard, you can be sure some arsehole will take advantage of you.
Really? Don't you think that's a little bit excessive?
Bastards, all of them. This region only responds to violence and threats.
You sound like you're thinking of somebody in particular.
Take the gravediggers of Southwark. They must pay me every week, but it looks like they forgot who gave them permission to steal from the dead.
Looting corpses in a mass grave. That is a new low.
Whatever. Hey, since you're a doctor and all, maybe you can access that forbidden area and remind those bastards what they owe.
Oh, a new investigation. Okay.
Booth Digby looks at you with love-struck eyes. Tell me, Edwina, is the feeling mutual?
You have no idea how refreshing it can be for a woman to receive all the pleasure she needs. For once.
I'll take your word for it.
What is it, Doctor? A woman's not supposed to talk about these things.
I believe you manipulated Booth Digby to get everything you wanted from him, both inside and outside the bedroom.
The poor bastard is good to me, if you must know. It makes me feel good. And that's a first.
So you're just like any other couple, after all, are you not?
Yeah, we're so ordinary that I'd put a bullet in his head if he ever cheated on me.
And Winner suspects Booth Digby to be unfaithful.
Tell me about the man you and Booth killed, Edwina.
The bastard killed one of us and received retribution. There's nothing else to say.
What happened exactly?
I don't know and I don't care. One of ours was killed by that communist bastard, but he didn't brag for long.
So you have no idea what really happened, but you executed him anyway.
No one messes with the wet boot boys, Doctor. This is our territory, and this is our law.
And your conscience is clear. You kill without hesitation.
Violence is an efficient tool, Dr. Reed, when used properly.
So you decide who lives and who dies, just like that.
Yes, Doctor. Just like that. I'm not saying it's fair. I'm saying it's my way of dealing with troublemakers.
I'm looking for Mr. Sean Hampton. Do you know where I could find him?
The sad saint? I heard he was mugged or something.
Yes, he was. But he left hospital recently.
You don't say. Well, I suppose it's good news for the homeless and the useless. Ask them, they must know something.
See if she has anything for sale, what she
Can I
sells.
see
As long as you have money.
Well, let me see what you got. She just has common. She doesn't have any good ones. Nothing special. Not saying I couldn't maybe eventually use something, but for now we're good. Okay. Should we go back to speak to Booth? We know a little bit more information now.
Perhaps we should have listened to what the idiot had to say first.
It's not letting me say nothing to him now. I don't know if that's on purpose or the game kind of wigged out. Let me see.
Perhaps we should have listened to what the idiot had to say first.
Oh, there he goes.
You
Tell me about the man you killed, Booth. What happened?
One of us had been killed, so we had to retaliate. That's the whole story.
There has to be more to it than that.
No, really, one of us got killed, so the killer had to die. That's how things have always been done round here. No one gives a shit.
Don't you see it's an endless spiral? One day, it will be you who will be stabbed, or shot, or worse.
That's what my sweet Edwina always says, that one day I'll get it too. She says it with the most beautiful smile, my Edwina.
Do you know Edwina suspects you to be unfaithful?
Edwina's the one who asked to be called Mrs. Cox, even though Clay hadn't touched her for such a long time.
You have not answered my question.
She's a passionate woman. I've no doubt she'll shoot me down if I ever betray her, but that's not going to happen. I love her as she is.
Goodbye.
Alright, so... I hope we got someone over here who has fatigue. Oh, a couple of people going, what's going on?
My word, miss. These murders are the work of a vampire.
A vampire? Whatever do you mean?
I'm a tracker of these creatures. A vampire hunter.
You best be off to your hunting then. For if the sewer dog is back and hunting all these poor folk, he needs a catching.
A sewer dog? What's it look like?
It's an old story. A monster with daggers for teeth and icy claws. He comes of a sudden, nighttime, claiming innocence, then vanishes.
Teeth? claws, murders
Not a
by
drop
night.
of blood left in his body. This is the work of a vampire.
He's the kind of prey I hunt, milady. Good evening, sir. Have you witnessed any suspicious activity or strange events recently?
And what do you define as a strange event? More to the point, who are you?
My name is Ichabod Throgmorton, vampire hunter extraordinaire and warden of the East End.
A vampire hunter? Really?
I know what you're thinking. I'm just another lunatic howling at the moon, but I'm not. The bloodsuckers exist, and they're close.
Mr. Throgmorton, I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. I'd like to hear more about these vampires you're hunting.
A man of science? Well, I'll be glad to enlighten you.
What can you tell me about this neighborhood?
Did you hear about what happened to Jack Gillingham? Oh boy. It's a shame I wasn't around to protect him.
It's impossible to protect everyone. The violence seems endemic in this part of town.
But it's my duty. I am convinced Jack Gillingham was killed by a vampire. These evil rodents are spreading like a plague.
Okay, so Ichabod believes that vampires have killed Jack Gillingham.
So, how exactly are you protecting these people? I'm curious.
I patrol late at night, investigating anything unusual. I try and encourage people to stay indoors, but people are careless.
Can I help in any way?
Actually, yes. I plan to put up posters to alert the population to the vampire threat.
Are you asking me to paste posters about vampires around the docks?
If you wouldn't mind. If you did that, then I can focus on my patrols.
That's an actual investigation.
How do you identify a vampire?
It's simple, really. They can't stand daylight. They're afraid of garlic and holy symbols. They also cannot enter a house without being invited.
Have you ever killed one of these creatures? Yourself, I mean.
Of course I have. What kind of question is that? It's a dirty business, believe me.
Have you heard of the Guard of Priwen?
Of course. They're dedicated hunters. A little militant for my taste, but they do let anyone join.
Were you ever tempted to join the Guard yourself?
I did think about it, but I'm more of a silent hunter. They're more of a sanitary militia.
So you hunt alone? That sounds risky.
Vampires are just like every other predator. They hunt when they're hungry and follow certain patterns. It's just a matter of observation and patience.
I'm looking for Sean Hampton. Can you help me, Mr. Throgmorton?
The sad saint? He should be at his night asylum at this hour. But I cannot tell you how to find it, sorry.
Really? Why is that?
It's nothing personal, Doctor.
Oh, he knows where it is, he just doesn't want to say.
People who sleep there, they have plenty of reasons to hide.
I could make you tell me, but I respect your refusal. You really believe Sean is a saint, don't you?
All I will say is this. Gossip has it that when he was a child, he was molested. By a priest of all people. Funny thing is, though, it only strengthened his faith.
So Sean got molested by a priest when he was a child. Oh, he's level 6. He's also the pillar of this place. And isn't he a vampire, though? So this ought to be interesting. Yeah, he's the pillar of this area.
Maybe at least you can tell me who could help me find him.
Tell you what, go and
Yep.
chat with Tom Watts.
There he is, behind
He's a
us.
bartender and good judge of character. If he talks to you, then it's fine by me.
Goodbye.
Alright, so we already have a couple of side quests. We're not going to do them right now, though, but I'm just curious to see where they're located actually on the map. This one is... whoa, way down here. Well, if we end up going further down that way, let me see the other one. This one is not too bad, Western Docks. And that's the posters. Take some posters from the pile. Or I probably need to grab the posters and probably spread them all over, so it's probably going to take a while to do that one. Actually shows not that too far from... it looks a little further than what it is here, but on the thing, 132 meters, not too bad. But let's speak to Tom Watson since we're here.
Good evening, Tom.
Good evening, sir. How are you tonight? Back to the docks, are we?
You remember me then?
Of course I do. You're that man who seemed so lost when he entered my bar a few nights ago.
Thank you for your hospitality. I'm Jonathan Reed, by the way.
I'm still Tom Watts. Welcome back, Doctor.
See if I have any new, no, I've never got any hints about him. But there's people around here now, so we'll be able to find stuff. This level's 3. It's got 4 hints, man. Okay, well. We've already kind of asked him, haven't we? This stuff earlier. Let's see if he says anything new.
That's not that bad.
Who?
Sean Hampton, our own private holy figure. Few are foolish enough to make peace with the gangs. Sean is one of them.
How is it you can keep this?
Well, since everybody needs a drink.
Since I'm here.
Perhaps, Doctor. Peace partly depends on my stock of gin. With the epidemic, my supplies are running low.
How could a physician help you in this matter?
I have a small warehouse just past the quarantine line. Perhaps, with you being a doctor, you could go there and come back?
Doctors aren't immune to disease, you know. Very well. Show me where it is. I'll see what I can do.
Oh, thank you, sir. Here's the key to get in. You're about to save many dry throats.
Okay, so there's another one.
You're something of a figurehead around here.
I'm only pouring alcohol for everyone to forget their troubles. Sean Hampton is the one giving them long-term hope.
I see. So you get pressure from all sides about how this place should be run, do you?
Or something like that. Nothing that a few wise words and a bottle of gin can't solve.
Okay. Nothing here, yeah.
Tom, I need to find Sean Hampton as quickly as possible. I've been told you could help me.
I heard the sad saint was recovering at Pembroke Hospital. Did he leave or something?
I believe he returned to his flock. Can you confirm that?
Oh, I bet you're right. Sean can't help but worry about the poor and sick. Well, I guess it has something to do with what happened to him as a baby.
Please, tell me.
Well, I don't like to gossip, but I heard that the sad saint was abandoned as a baby in front of a Catholic orphanage in Dublin. That would explain his faith and need to help everyone.
Okay, so we have all of his hints. Only had 2 anyway. Sean was abandoned at Catholic orphanage when he was a baby. And 6,000 XP. Of course, he is mesmerized level 6.
The important thing is I find him. Quickly.
Why not try his night asylum? He takes care of those who need a meal or a roof there.
Where is it?
It's in an old warehouse, northwest of here. Just follow the bank to the west and go north when you reach the end of the pier.
Okay.
Goodbye, Miss.
And where's his, go and take this one off. Let me see where this is. The gin. It's actually right here, so we can go ahead and do that one as we're going to it. See if they have anything new to say while we're here.
Well, I never. That's a first. Customers who make that much mess rarely come back. Never mind in fancy togs.
I'm much more myself than when we first met. By the way, I'm Jonathan, Dr. Jonathan Reed.
Welcome back to the Turquoise Turtle then, Doctor. I'm Sabrina Cavendish. How can I help you?
What can you tell me?
People don't appreciate that line of questioning.
You look concerned, Miss Cavendish.
This is a bad borough. Most people I know are afraid. Most locals will rob you blind, or worse. You best mind your step.
Alright, we got a hint from that. So Sabrina believes the docks are dangerous and feels unsafe there. Okay.
If you're uncertain about your safety here, the docks might not be the right place for you.
I've got responsibilities. And it's not like I've got the money to move anywhere else anyway.
This place seems, how shall I put it, very colourful. I'm sure it has plenty of stories to tell.
We get people of all sorts here. It's that rare place in the docks where you can have a drink without being murdered. At least it's not happened yet.
So this bar is neutral territory then?
Yeah. Tom's convinced this is something the locals need. No one ever draws a weapon here. That's one of the reasons I accepted the job.
Your boss must be quite the negotiator to force such an agreement.
Yeah. Tom's a great bloke. Mr. Hampton, who runs the night asylum, he's the only other man that's able to keep peace around here.
Excuse my curiosity, but where exactly are you from, Miss Cavendish?
Something bothering you? What, my name? Or my complexion?
Believe me, I never judge someone on their place of birth or the colour of their skin.
If that's true, you'd be one of the few not to make fun of me. Just you, Tom, Dyson, Miss Fishburne, and of course Mr. Hampton.
I'm sorry if I worried you. I was just curious to find out if you know this part of town well.
Nosy. My dad was a sailor from Bombay, and my mum was a maid born up in Glasgow. They got married in London, and here I am.
Miss
We already
Cavendish,
know,
There
but
is Tom's.
why not answer me?
We respect the privacy of our customers.
yeah.
Goodbye.
Alright, cool. He was a drunk guy.
Drink to the boy. Be he cursed or not, he's just another lost orphan.
Good evening, sir.
Whatever.
Don't you recognize me? We met a few nights ago.
Don't take it personally. I spent a lot of energy forgetting what I did the night before.
Yes, you had definitely drunk too much then as well. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed.
I'm Dyson Delaney. I'll try to remember you. This time.
What do you do for a living, Mr. Delaney?
I drink. I drink in the morning and at noon. I drink at night. And then I drink some more.
Why do you drink so much?
Maybe it's because I prefer dying slowly. Death can be so abrupt. Personally, I like to see mine coming at my own pace.
You sound very sad, sir.
That's because I am Doc.
Don't you work at all?
I'd love to, but I don't have the time. Didn't I tell you? Drink in the morning and at noon. I'll drink at night.
Is there anything in particular that you like about this part of town? Except for the cheap drinks, I mean.
How dare you say such a thing? I love this neighborhood. So friendly. So joyful.
No reason at all to rejoice, then? Life is hopeless and then we die, is that it?
Let me tell you a story.
All right. Go on.
A few years ago, when I believed a resolute man could change things around here for good, a tragedy occurred nearby.
What kind of tragedy?
It was a bomb. Bomb that exploded and killed many people. Metal and blood everywhere. Shouts, fire, broken window of the shoe shop, the torn street light.
You lost people you loved that day, didn't you?
I've lost everything. But you know what the worst part is? I don't even remember where it happened. I've drunk so much to forget it. Now I can't remember where it was. I can't pay my homage to the dead.
I'm sorry, Mr. Delaney.
It's okay. If you ever find the place, just leave a flower for me there. Even if you tell me where it is, I'm not sure I'd memorize it.
Okay, so we have a new investigation.
Is there anything in particular that you like about this part of town? Except for the cheap drinks, I mean.
How dare you say such a thing? I love this neighborhood. So friendly, so joyful.
Why are you...
Cynicism is the polite way to express this.
The same
No,
thing,
Let me
right?
tell you,
Another...
We already know,
Surely you must have had dreams and expectations when you were young, like everybody else.
sure, I wanted things to change. To really change, and to change for good. The bigger the dream, the harder the fall.
Sounds like you were an idealist, which is honorable.
No, sir. I was an anarchist and I believe that exclusive property is a robbery in nature. I wanted a new world to rise from the ashes, Dr. Reed.
so Dyson was an impassioned radical anarchist when younger. What's he suffering from? Fatigue?
Do you really think the world is that bad?
No, I believe we all can choose to make it better. But most of us are too weak, too corrupt and too guilty.
Inebriation.
Yes.
Take this.
Hey, Doc, you don't really want me to stop. The only remedy I can...
Don't need to ask him about Shauna, as we know where we need to be going for that. Start making our way that way then.
I should just roam as far away from this place as I can.
So we have several side things we can do, but we'll worry. I'll do the one right now that we're going to, since it's so close to the main area. The other ones we can do afterwards. Can we teleport across there? Yes, we can. And we can teleport back? Yep. Perfect. Enemies in here. Where we need to go for the Jinn is upstairs. I wonder if that means it's in here. Yep, it's going to be in here. Whoa, there's a lot of enemies in here. 1, 2, 3. Whoa. Oh, he's killing them. Whoa, hello. Man, look at that, my health. Need to heal up. Oh, my stamina was empty. Alright, that wasn't too bad. Get a healing. Oh. Thank you. Okay. That wasn't bad. Where is this Jinn located? Ah.
Tom has so much alcohol, he could keep this district afloat for quite some time.
Is a paper to read? No. See if we got any goodies in here. Oh, newspaper article. Youth arrested for attempted murder. Last night, a young man named Tom Watts was arrested by the police for attempted murder in the renowned restaurant, the Silver Bell on Percival Street. The suspect was spotted standing in front of the restaurant, pointing a gun at customers for about 1 minute without firing. 2 witnesses promptly reported his behavior. Watts was arrested without incident, but refused to give any explanation for his actions and only gave his name. His gun was loaded, confirmed the policeman who answered our questions. It is likely that Watts will feel the full force of His Majesty's courts for this transgression. The young man shall be jailed for a few years at least. Oh wow, Tom. I found some stuff about you already. Be in jail for attempted murder. Okay. see if there's anything else up here real quick before we'll go ahead and head back to the bar since it's just so close by. Nice, some lead plates. Need those to upgrade. Bullets, which I should already be full of them that. Where's that bar at? There we are.
Welcome back, Doctor. What can I do for you?
You lied to me, Tom. Your warehouse wasn't empty. It was inhabited with armed vigilantes.
I'm sorry, Dr. Reed, but I thought those Prewen guards would be willing to let someone like you pass without trouble.
That was devious of you, Tom. Next time you can bloody well go yourself.
I apologize, Doctor, but it's just that I prefer to avoid the law, its enforcers, and all manner of thugs in uniform.
So Tom prefers to avoid the law and its enforcers.
Here is your booze. I hope it will appease your customers. Just try not to kill anyone with this poison of yours.
Believe me, Doctor, most of my customers are less agreeable when sober.
It was interesting. I had a choice to tell him that his warehouse had been raided. I wonder if there's a choice to give that gin, if there would be a choice to give that gin to somebody else. I mean, it's too late now, but...
Why does your waitress feel in danger working on the docks?
This part of town is dangerous for all, but for women it's worse, as always. Sabrina is a brave girl, but she can't help feeling in danger.
Do you think she has good reason to feel this way? Are you not worried about her safety?
Of course I am. The truth is, she's tougher than me deep inside. She just has to learn to control it.
Tell me about your arrest for attempted murder, Tom.
I tried to kill someone. I got arrested. I paid my debt and I have nothing to hide.
So you mean you're cut?
Yeah, why do you think this is the last pub open? I have nothing to hide and I don't judge. That's a relief for many round here.
Do you think prison changed you? Made you a better man?
Oh, I don't know about that. All I brought back is bad memories, scars, and an ugly tattoo of a blue turtle.
But do you feel cleansed of your sins?
All I know is that I'm at peace. I did what I did, but I wouldn't do it again. Does that make me a better man? I don't know.
You attempted murder. Give me some details.
I was given an order to kill. I was an obedient gang member at the time. A proud, wet boot boy.
Why did you join the gang?
Because I finally felt useful. Do you have any idea what it means to feel respected when the rest of the world shits on you?
So you were ordered to kill someone. What happened then?
I don't know if you can possibly understand, but I couldn't kill him. I just stood there pointing my gun. Someone saw me. I gave up.
Why couldn't you shoot?
My target was eating in that fancy restaurant with mirrors and music. He was eating, drinking, laughing. He was having such a good time. I hated him for his bottomless appetite and easy life of easy pickings. And then something happened.
You've had a sad, violent and lonely life, with no joy to speak of. You realized that you were living with nothing but sadness.
No, not really. I had
Wrong.
friends and happiness in my life. It was more about just being pleased for the guy.
Why not leave town and start a new life after you got out of jail?
I grew up in the East End. This is where my roots are. This is where I want to help others and die, eventually.
Do you think the docks will always be a hive of scum and villainy?
As long as poverty and fear run the show, I don't see how it would change. Misery loves company, as they say.
Don't you feel threatened, staying in such a violent and criminal neighborhood?
I've made peace with my violent past, Dr. Reed. I may not be a pacifist, but I'm not angry anymore.
Tom says he has for yeah. He seems like a pretty good guy. He didn't even kill the guy. I thought he wounded the guy. He didn't even shoot him, according to what he said. So, all right.
Goodbye, Mr. Watts.
Okay, so I think this is a good place to stop right now. So when we come back, we'll continue on to the main quest. And yeah, that's going to do it for this one, guys. I do appreciate y'all watching. I will catch you all next time. Have a great day. Peace.